Oh boy. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are going to either take this video the wrong way or they're going to take it even a worse way. What are we talking about today? We are talking about the fact that Ratchet and Clank has been ported to the PC and it comes out July the 26th. So let's go ahead. First off, I want to go over antics when it comes to the media, especially with PlayStation, how they've been very cryptic on how they describe stuff, only on PlayStation, SSD. I want to go over stuff like that because Xbox does the same thing. We're going to be the strongest console. We're the the Xbox Series consoles, the monsters that eats monsters. There's a lot of different antics when it comes into this. But we're going to talk about PlayStation today. So let's go ahead and read this tweet from Insomniac. Let's bring it up over here. So here we go. All right, so we're thrilled to partner with our friends at Nixxes Software to bring Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart to the PC. Experience the iconic duo on PC for the first time in the franchise history on July the 26th. All right, first off, let's get into it. I guess that's what Nixxes Software has been working on recently, is they've been porting that game to PC. So most likely this is going to be a relatively good port. It's coming out pretty soon, July the 26th. That's a little bit, quicker than I would have anticipated. I would expect this to be like an August or September game, but it's coming out here pretty soon. Now let's go back over here to me. All right. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. We all know that when it comes to Microsoft, they have made very open statements about stuff. Like I said, Monster, eat monsters for Monster. This is the best gameplay. This is the best year for gaming. This is the most first party we've ever had. The most games we've ever put on the show floor. PlayStation's done similar things. Ratchet and Clank can only run on their console. They need the SSD to run. Do you guys honestly think an SSD is going to be required to run Ratchet and Clank? It's a possibility, but I doubt it. Let's talk about other stuff. We believe in generations, but they don't believe in generations. Phil Spencer and Jim Ryan has been famous for backtracking information. That's why I want you guys just to realize that this isn't just an Xbox or a PlayStation thing. I will say Xbox has been more free from it because I do feel like for the most part they've been very transparent how they handle situations like this. PlayStation, they get caught with their foot in their mouth a lot, but Xbox does the same thing. We got to be real on that part there. Xbox is just as bad with this as PlayStation is, but what I will say is you came out there, PlayStation, and you said that this game can't run on PC, that it needs that SSD. Now, is that SSD on the market? No. They created that SSD that's in the PlayStation. And they gave the illusion that that game could only come out on PlayStation 5 because that's the only console it could work with. I'll be curious if this game is slowly eventually shows up on the PlayStation 4. We're seeing more and more PlayStation games coming to PC. Xbox have been doing this for a while now. At the end of the day, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart's a great game. I actually reviewed it. It's like right here. If you look at my channel, it's the last Addict review I done on my personal channel. And to me, when it comes to Ratchet and Clank, it doesn't matter if this game's on PC. It doesn't matter. I will say that I wish PlayStation would be more upfront and transparent with stuff like this. Give kind of a roadmap when these games are going to come to PC. Because you go out there and you make bold statements like this game can't run on PC. And I remember a lot of people talking about it. A lot of people clowning it. But PlayStation, it's on PC. Don't make definitive statements that's going to come back and bite you. Just say, right now, we're not looking into bringing Ratchet and Clank to PC, but it's something that we're not ruling out. Right there. That's all you had to say. I feel like that statement is enough of a statement to keep people off your ass. But instead, you come out there and say some crazy stuff. Jim Ryan, we believe in generations. But then guess what happens? Almost every one of their games is on PlayStation 4 only. They need to be more transparent. And I think that they've gotten worse. They've gotten a lot worse. Maybe it's because the fan base is very accepting to whatever they put out. But this is blatantly lying to. They are literally lying to their consumer base. And like I said, every platform does this. But it seems like PlayStation is one of the people that get away with it. Like, they came out there openly with God of War Ragnarok in like 2018 or something like that. It was one of those years. And they literally said this game is coming out for PlayStation 5, knowing that it was not going to come out that year. It came out the year after that. They did that just to generate hype, knowing full well they couldn't make that date. Now, it's one thing to just release the trailer. It's another thing to put a date on it. Like, it was a year date. It wasn't like a holiday. It might have been a holiday, but it was definitely a year date. I remember that. It's like, you came out openly and you said that. It's like, PlayStation needs to stop lying to generate hype for their platform. And I really think they're doing that at this point. You know, we saw the generations thing. And like I said, this is a lot of stuff that goes on in the industry because executives are always having to backpedal from what previous statement they said. They're always having to do that. But PlayStation be doing it way worse. They be coming out straight up and just lying to you to try to get you to buy their platform. You know, we're gonna have Spider-Man 2. We're gonna have God of War 2, or Ragnarok. It's gonna come out next year. It's gonna be like the year after the consoles come out. It's gonna be lit. Then it gets delayed. Almost got delayed again. It almost got delayed out of the second year. I digress, though. PlayStation, stop lying to people. Xbox, stop lying to people. Nintendo, they just don't care. For the most part, Nintendo does follow up through from what they say, but they don't care if they lie or not. But PlayStation, I'm watching you, PlayStation. Stop lying to people. If you're going to release a game in 2023, say it's coming out in 2023 and actually come out in 2023. Don't come out there and just say that a game's coming out just so you can generate hype and make it the illusion, because that's all they're doing. They're creating the illusion that they're going with this narrative, but they're secretly going in a different room. It is what it is when it comes down to it. Ratch and Clank coming to PC. I think we all knew that was going to happen eventually. Ain't no SSD that's stopping this. The game could probably come on the PlayStation 4 with more loading screens. I don't know. I'm not a developer, but if they're going to come out there and lie to you and say it can only be it can only be achieved on the PlayStation 5, what makes me think they're not lying to me, saying they can come on the PlayStation 4? But put in the comment section below how you guys feel about it. I don't care. I just think it's very funny that these publishers and these console manufacturers consistently ride that gray line to lying and clever marketing, and I think it needs to stop. But put in the comment section below how you guys feel about that. I'm very curious to hear your guys' opinion. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace. Gotta stop lying, PlayStation.